Oh, this is their lineup. I'm sorry. No, my bad. Dean, bring the music down, please.
Right field, left field, DH.
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Morelli Field in Melrose, Massachusetts for game number 2 of the 2019 Intercity League Championship Series between the visiting Lexington Blue Sox and the host Alibrandis Baseball Club. The Blue Sox lead the best-of-5 series 1-0. Now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lexington Blue Sox, leading off and playing right field, number 6, Aaron Barboza. Batting second and playing left field, number 29, Dom Zaire. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 20, Kyle 80. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 18, Richie Burgos. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 49, Ryan Berardino. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 10, Taylor Ferguson. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 7, Morgan Brown. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 25, Anderson Jimenez. And batting ninth and catching, number 11, Nico Freilich. Starting pitcher for the Blue Sox, number 35, June Lienhouse. And the manager is Rick DeAngelis. While everyone is already lined up and ready to go, we'll give you the Alibrandis lineup in a little bit. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the flag on right center field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, to be performed this evening by Brooke Duvall.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red land of the star-singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Brooke. Now let's play ball.
From Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass., this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's Lexington Blue Sox taking on the Alibrandis in Game 2 of the Intercity League Championship Series, with the Blue Sox leading the best-of-5 series 1-0. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely alongside Sam Finn, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Sam, you've been talking about wanting to join me in the broadcast booth for a while now. Glad to have you for Game 2 of the Championship Series, and having played for a few years for the Blue Sox, now seeing the game from a different angle as an umpire. What do you like about this matchup, seeing, the two teams that have dominated Boston amateur baseball for the better part of the last decade?
Well, you just said it, Sam. These are probably the two best teams in the city of Boston in the last 10 years. They get to play each other now. While Somerville was in the Yawkey League and dominant in the Yawkey League, Lexington was doing the same in the Intercity League, and now, they get to face off So I'm just looking forward to it. Heard game 1 was a pretty good game.
Yep,
I expect the
5-2.
same thing in game 2.
All right, so here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting team, the Lexington Blue Sox, wearing the powder blues for the first time all year. It'll be Aaron Barboza leading it off in right field, followed by Dominic Zaire in left. Kyle Ady is the DH. Richie Burgos is at third. Ryan Berardino is at first. Taylor Ferguson is in center. Morgan Brown is at short. Anderson Jimenez is at second. And Nico Frelick rounds out the lineup behind the plate. The starting pitcher that they will face for the Alibrandis is Anthony Del Preti, making his first appearance of the postseason. Del Preti made 4 appearances in the regular season and had 1 tie, 2 saves, and a 3.50 ERA. In 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 3, and hit 1 batter. Did not face the Blue Sox in the regular season. Aaron Barboza, the speedy right fielder, who made a couple of tough catches in right field, chasing down some would-be extra base hits for the Alibrandis, will lead things off.
Leading off for the Lexington Blue Sox in the top of the first inning here, game number 2 of the 2019 Intercity League Championship Series. It's the right fielder, number 6, Aaron Barboza.
Del Preti fires the first pitch at 7:50, and it misses for ball 1. We're underway. Barboza at 333, 4 for 12 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs and 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts. He fouls that one off, and it's strike 1. Fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. Anything you miss about playing compared to umpiring these days, Sam?
Sure. The girls are better.
This is a family show, man.
To be honest, the guys, being around the guys, getting to the ballpark every day, the routine of it was really something I enjoyed doing. Having not played much college baseball, it was really a great opportunity for me to get some great competition and meet some great people that I'm still friends with today.
Yep.
The umpiring side of things is a little different. You know, we wear different uniforms, but we still have the same love for the game.
I wear dress slacks on a baseball field. That must be uncomfortable in the middle of summer.
Yeah, I go to Wakefield High School at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday and wear pants and a shirt. It's not.
Yeah, it's if you're behind the plate, the chest protector and everything.
Sure. But it's a great game, and there's a reason why I stay around and I keep working at it because it's just baseball is the best.
Yep. Barboza has worked a full count here. Blue Sox without the services of Ross Curley tonight. Ross has been the best hitter for the Blue Sox this postseason. As Barboza flares this one down the left field line and foul. This is a really good at-bat being put together by Barboza here, leading off the ball game against Del Preti, who, again, the Blue Sox have not faced at all this year.
Well, the thing about Del Preti is he's not going to blow the ball by you, but he's going to work the edges. I think he's got, some pitches in him and some innings in him, so I don't think he's a big taxing guy. So,
and this goes through the wickets of the first baseman, light body it into right field, and that'll be a base hit.
No matter what, I think he's going to be able to give them some good depth today unless they knock him around pretty good.
Yep.
The left fielder, number 29, Dom Zaire.
So Barboza aboard to lead off the ball game, and here's Dominic Zaire getting the start in left field after being in center field last night. Dom entering play at 600, 3 for 5 with a double and an RBI. Throw back to first and back safely is Barboza. Del Preti did face the Blue Sox once in the regular season last year on August 3rd of 2018, going 1 inning with 2 strikeouts and hitting a batter. And the postseason got the win in his only appearance of the semifinals, going 4 innings, allowing 1 hit, no runs with 6 strikeouts. So waiting on the first pitch to Zaire. and that is outside for ball one. The defensive alignment for the Alibrandis, left to right in the outfield, Barrett, McGuire, and Para. Third to first in the infield, Henriksen, Odessa, Leung, and Lightbody, and Juba catching Del Preti. Another throw back to first. And with Barbosa's speed, you always got to be mindful of him. He took off on the first pitch for his second stolen base the other night.
That's what I was going to ask you. I'm wondering if with Teddy behind the plate, they're going to test him a little bit.
Well, Barbosa certainly tested him last night, tested him twice and passed those tests. He bluffs off of first, and this is fouled off for strike one.
Seems like he'd test Christian Vasquez if he felt like it.
Yeah.
He likes to
Would
run.
he test Pudge, though? Man.
Depends on who's pitching, I guess.
Right. I mean, which Pudge? Pudge Rodriguez, anyways. 1-1 the count to Zaire, who is, of course, the hero of last year's postseason for the Blue Sox. Rotate the mound, as they say.
Yep. They're going to keep him honest. This is a smart baseball team, the Alibrandis. They know how to, they know what they're up against. Lexington has quite a reputation, and I'm sure they showed it last night.
This is grounded to the right side, scooped up by the second baseman, Leung. He will fire on to first. One down, but now a runner in scoring position for the Blue Sox.
The designated hitter, number 20, Kyle 80.
That'll bring up Kyle 80. He's the DH tonight. '83 for 9 with a double, a walk, and 3 runs scored. Looking for his first RBI of the postseason. And he will sky this one into left field. Camping under it is Barrett. He will make the catch. Retreating to second is Barbosa, and there are 2 down. So now it'll be Richie Burgos, who had a phenomenal game last night, 3 for 3 with a walk.
The third baseman, number 18,
So
Richie
picked up
Burgos.
an RBI. He's batting .444 on the postseason with 3 RBIs and 2 walks. Blue Sox only with 3 extra base hits out of their 32 hits this postseason, including Barbosa's single tonight. As on the outside corner for strike one.
Yep, they do with a little bit of everything. They do pitching, they do defense.
Yeah.
They move runners around.
The home run ball was not a big factor for the Blue Sox this year after they really torched the ball the last couple of years. Outside corner, strike two.
They still got some guys that can whack it.
Yep.
This guy in particular.
Burgos, yep. Second season with the Blue Sox, Burgos. He's played both corner infield spots tonight at third base. And he takes down and away ball one. It's in a close spot to the last 2 pitches, but he was wise to lay off. Pretty big gap to right center field.
That's his power alley, too.
Way outside, 2-2.
You can see Del Preti's trying to get him to fish, trying to get him to reach out and just pop something up to the right fielder. But, we'll see if he's going to take the bait.
Look at second, and Del Preti comes home with it. From 0-2 to 3-2. And Burgos hasn't swung the bat yet. Ryan Berardino on deck if we get that far. Wondering what that beeping is?
I just like to see how many Blue Sox are already out of the dugout.
Mm-hmm. This is into right center field. That's his power alley, like you said, Sammy. Around third to score is Barbosa, and coming into second with a RBI double is Richie Burgos. You called it.
Yep. If he's going to put it anywhere close on that outer half, he's strong enough that he can just reach out and just put it right in the gap, and that's what he did.
So an RBI double for Burgos, his second RBI of the postseason. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Ryan Berardino.
Number 49, Ryan Berardino.
Berardino at 300, 3 for 10 with an RBI in this postseason. And he chops this one to the right side. Leung has it, fires on to first, and the side is retired, but not before the Blue Sox get 1 run on 2 hits and leave 1. After half an inning, Blue Sox 1, Alibrandis coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. All right, so we gave you the Blue Sox starting lineup. Now it's time we give you the Alibrandis starting lineup. They're in the home white jerseys with the black, white, and red cap and black letters and numbers. It'll be Juan Parra leading it off in right, followed by Michael McGuire in center, Teddy Juba behind the plate. David Lightbody is at first, Bobby Barrett is in left, Jake Miller is the DH, Matt Henriksen is at third, Mark Odessa is at short, and Ryan Long rounds out the lineup at second base. And on the mound tonight for the Blue Sox will be Drew Lienhout's history of terrific postseason performances. Who can forget in 2016, his first year with the Blue Sox, threw 20 innings without allowing a single run with 7 hits, 4 walks, and 20 strikeouts. As that misses down in to Juan Parra for ball 1. Last year only made 1 appearance in the postseason, went 4 2/3 innings, no decisions, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He hits the outside corner for strike 1. Lienhout's this year was a bit of a down year in his 4th year, as this is ground to the left side and through for a base hit, and the speedster Parra is aboard to begin the bottom of the first. But as I was saying, kind of a down year for Lienhout, and this is his 4th year with the Blue Sox. Made 5 appearances, did not have any decisions, posted a 3.73 ERA in 15 innings, allowed 19 hits, 9 runs, 8 of which were earned, walked 6, struck out 11, hit 1 batter, and threw 1 wild pitch. The wild pitch he threw, which came against the Wakefield Merchants on July 25th, was his first as a Blue Sox. Now Michael McGuire takes strike 1. McGuire at 214, 3 for 14 with 1 double and 3 RBIs this postseason. Parra always a threat to run, although he has not attempted a stolen base thus far this postseason. Did have a solo shot last night for the second and final Alibrandis run of that game. That is on the outside corner, strike 2.
Yep, looks like Drew's last appearance was against the Alibrandis, and he got roughed up pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
he did. That was that home and home which the Alibrandis swept, including the one with the crazy ending that I've never seen before, not even at victory. As McGuire just barely got a piece of that.
I don't know where I was that night. Where was I that night?
Oh my God, I don't know. No. But the thing is, I think that game prompted the whole league to start their games 15 minutes earlier.
Which I'm all for.
I am too.
Which I'm all for. 7:45, 8 o'clock. I mean, we got to go to work tomorrow.
I mean, to be fair, I talked to Roz last night. He says the lights are good till 11:15.
Right.
So.
But we don't want to be here till 11.
No, we don't. Although we were a few years ago for that Andre Lexington Battle Royale.
That had some extenuating circumstances.
Oh my God! The sprinklers, the lights go out. The rain delay. We don't play on Saturday. We come back Sunday.
Yep.
That was one of the greatest games you'll see in the Intercity League or any league.
Infamous as well.
Infamous, but also it was like Chuck Andre as Parra takes off and the pitch skips away from Frelick and into second uncontested with a stolen base as Parra. But Chuck Andre said to the Blue Sox after the game that was like a heavyweight fight. Both teams throwing haymakers at each other.
That's right. If I can remember, Lexington got out to a nice big lead, and
then it evaporated.
It certainly did, and along with
some ejections,
and then to top it all off, he had a nice little
walk-off suicide squeeze.
Right.
So McGuire goes down on strikes, 1 down, and that'll bring up Teddy Juba, who last night picked up his first home run of the postseason and 5th RBI on the first pitch of his at-bat. Batting 500, 7 for 14, 5 runs scored. As that is up and in for ball 1. John Puttress forced to leave last night's game early. With may have hurt himself getting into second on the sac bunt he laid down, and then the error that allowed him to get to second. So Nico Frelick taking over behind the plate, although Alex Wojtek played catcher for a few innings for the first time in a couple of years.
Nice to have 2 Division I catchers as your backup.
Absolutely. And let's not forget Mitch Schroeder. Like he's not even in he's not even in the lineup tonight, and he's probably the best offensive catcher of them all right now. So 3-0 to Juba.
Rick knows how to stock a lineup, stock a roster. That's for sure.
And a 4-pitch walk to Juba.
Guys like to play for him, and with good reason. Not only do they have a good time, but they win. I think those usually go hand in hand.
Yep.
The first baseman, number 16, David Lightbody.
So first and second, 1 out for David Lightbody. 286 hitter this postseason with 2 doubles, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs. 3 of his 4 hits for extra bases, slugging .643.
Hit the home run that sent Alibrandis into the finals.
Yep. Inside corner, strike 1.
It's going to be important to get ahead of these Alibrandis hitters. They're very patient. You don't want to call them old, but these are guys that have
They're
been
veterans
around the block.
Yep, they know the strike zones.
Yep.
That's on the outside corner, strike 2. But, you talk about being patient. Last night, Matt Horan threw close to 140 pitches in 6 innings. But it didn't feel like that many just because he was getting ahead of hitters 0-2, 1-2 so much. And yet the Blue Sox managed to crack him when they needed to. Fouled off on a Linfels Parkway, remains 0-2.
Hits, 12 of which were singles. I mean, that's, death by a thousand, paper cuts.
Yeah.
It can get frustrating for a pitcher because you get ahead of hitters and you want to put guys away.
It can also get frustrating for an offense when you string together 14 hits and, you only get 5 runs out of it and you leave 11. This is ground to the left side, through for a base hit. Parr will be held at third.
Looks like it took a bad hop off of Burgos and came up, hit him right in the chest.
Oh.
So looks like we got bases loaded now.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
The left fielder, number 7.
Get the pole right in your way.
Yeah. So, infield single. Bases loaded, 1 out for Bobby Barrett. Chance for the Alibrandis to take the lead with a base hit. Barrett at 167 this postseason, takes inside ball 1. 167, 2 for 12 with a double and an RBI.
It just kind of jumped up on him. Tough one.
2-0. Leadhouse needs to come back in the strike zone.
Yep, that's usually his strength. He works the corners. It's kind of a similar pitching matchup.
This is chopped to the left side. Leanhouse has it, goes to second, safe, and the run scores. That might have been his only play anyway, and Lightbody beats it out.
I actually really like that decision to go to second base, but he didn't want to throw the ball too hard and throw the ball into center field and cost him another run. So probably kind of all for the best there on a looping infield single.
So Frelick out to have a word with Leanhouse.
Looks like we're going to have a little battle tonight.
Yep. Well, it was 1-1 after 1 last night. The Alibrandis getting the first salvo of the game on Juba's home run. Now we are tied at 1, and Jake Miller looking for more as Leanhouse misses up and in ball 1. And Miller playing in just his second game this postseason. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him, 1-1.
One had a little mustard on it.
Miller this season for the Alibrandis has been at .253 with 8 doubles, 2 homers, and 15 RBIs. The Blue Sox know his power very well from his time with the Watertown Reds, of course.
Absolutely. A little bit of a free swinger, but he can really, when he puts it
he
together.
He is a free swinger. Walked just once and struck out 17 times in the regular season. That is fouled onto Linfels Parkway, 2-2. Which is kind of an anomaly given the rest of the Alibrandis' reputation for being able to take pitches and
Absolutely.
work walks.
Kind of a good little addition to their roster.
In there for strike 3 called. Big second out for Leanhouse. 2 down. And now that'll bring up the third baseman, Matt Henriksen.
Third baseman, number 17.
Got to execute to those right-handers inside. If you leave the ball outside, just like you saw with Burgos in the first inning, and they can extend their hands, you're going to see singles and doubles tonight.
Henriksen fouls off the first one for strike 1. 2 for 13 with 2 walks this postseason. Up and in for ball 1. You have a left-hander on the mound, and it's great against a power-hitting left-hander like Juba, but with all these right-handed power hitters in the lineup as well for the Alibrandis.
Certainly.
2-1. You can't exactly pitch to contact against these guys.
Well, you trust your fielders as much as you can, but
when
trying to avoid mistakes, pitches, in and out. You're trying to work batters. That's a good spot right there.
Yep. 2-2 on the inside corner. Henriksen disagrees, but he's still even in the count anyways. He's still out there. Infield back, outfield, couple steps towards right, fouled off. A lot of room down the left field line there. The defensive alignment for the Blue Sox, left to right in the outfield, Zaire, Ferguson, and Barboza. Third to first in the infield, Burgos, Brown, Jimenez, and Berardino. And a swing and a miss as Frelick catches Leanhouse. And 3 strikeouts in the inning and just the 1 run allowed to score. After 1 complete, 1-1, this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Just to be clear, folks, I don't do play-by-play during the weddings that you might hire me to tape or live stream or whatever. But
I would pay for that.
anyways, here we go to the top of the second. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7, 6, 7, 8 hitters due up rather for the Blue Sox. Taylor Ferguson, Morgan Brown, and Anderson Jimenez. And Ferguson hits this one into right field, and that will drop in front of Parra for a leadoff single. So first pitch swinging, and Ferguson, who had limited action this year, is aboard to begin the inning, second straight inning that the Blue Sox have had the leadoff man aboard.
The shortstop, number 7, Morgan Brown.
And now potential sacrifice candidate, Morgan Brown, but you know he can handle the bat anyways. He does square. He offered at it, and it's strike one.
No selfishness in Morgan's game. Morgan's going to do exactly what you need him to do every single night.
2 out of 10 on the postseason for Morgan, getting the start short in the absence of Ross Curley, and Anderson Jimenez taking over at second. Throw back to first, and Ferguson, who can definitely run, scampers back. We may have to hip check you for a little bit in a couple innings when Roz is ready to talk about some of the events the Intercity League is doing in this fall. But we'll definitely have him on a little bit. Talk about the first ever ICL golf tournament and the upcoming Hall of Fame.
All right.
And are we doing the comedy night again this winter? No? Okay.
The comedy is just, watching us umpires work.
0-2. Give yourself a little more credit than that, man.
It's like Rodney Dangerfield. When you make fun of yourself, everybody laughs.
Yep. 0-2 the count. Brown will definitely be swinging the bat here. Down and away, skips away from Juba, and up to second on the wild pitch goes Ferguson. Takes a wide turn at second, but holds there.
These are the little things that come back, You got a runner on first, he bloops a single in, and all of a sudden it's at second. So now it's a double. So even with 2 strikes here, pretty much any contact's going to move him up to third.
And that will get him up to third. It's grounded to second. Leung has it. Get him on, get him over. Now can the Blue Sox get him in?
Wild pitch.
So Brown does what he was planning to do to begin the at-bat.
Pretty much.
And that'll bring up Anderson Jimenez. Anderson takes down and away for ball 1. Jimenez making his first appearance of the postseason. Batted .300 with 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 11 RBIs. Takes on the outside corner strike 1, was 5 of 6 in stolen base attempts. Struck out 15 times, but did draw 8 walks. Good for an OBP of .408.
Looks like the infield's back. They're playing for the out here.
Well, Del Preti might get the out himself here. He's ahead 1-2.
Yep.
Del Preti comes set. The pitch. High and away, ball 2.
Can see he's not really going to give in. He's not going to give in here. He's ahead in the count. He's going to want to work him in or out, but nobody's looking to make a mistake, but he's really looking to get some weak contact here, or maybe a miss.
Down away, ball 3. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It would bring up the number 9 hitter in potential double play situation. But Anderson, as we mentioned, does have wheels, so he could take that double play out of the equation. 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Anderson does work the walk. So first and third. First walk issued by Del Preti.
The catcher, number 11, Nico Frelick.
And here's Nico Frelick. Nico thrust into the catching role after the injury to Drew Lienhoutz. Outfield plays him a little shallow and to right here. Throw back to first and Jimenez back safely. Frelick was 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his lone at-bat last night. In the regular season, batted 111, as that's on the inside corner for strike one. 1 for 9 with 1 run scored and 1 RBI. Jimenez takes off. The pitch is down and away, ball 1, and an uncontested stolen base for Jimenez. Makes it second and third, 1 out.
You called it, Sam. You know, if Del Preti's going to be a little wild, especially to the glove side, it's going to give Anderson a great opportunity to steal a base because Teddy doesn't have much of an opportunity to get up and throw the baseball.
Teddy's a phenomenal defensive catcher, but not when you got that kind of a lead and that kind of speed. 2-1 as that nearly hit Frelick. Infield comes in here. Second and third, 1 out. Del Preti working quickly. Oh, close to a balk, you think?
That was pretty close.
Well, Del Preti got away with it and got a strike. 2-2. Would you have called that a balk?
I would probably not have in this situation.
Well, he does come set here. And that hit him. Thought you were the psychic with the calling the extra base hit to right center for Burgos.
I guess I'm rubbing off on you.
Oh my God.
He's trying to establish the inside corner. I mean, you're trying to throw fastballs in. You're going to get weak contact there most of the time, but you're playing a game. If he's on top of the plate, you know, you throw it inside, you're taking the chance that it hits him. Now, it does load the bases, but I don't think you're going to be able to turn a double play here on this leadoff hitter.
Well, with the infield in, if it's hit right to an infielder, I think they may have him. So here's Barboza, singled and scored his last time up. And he takes on the outside corner, strike 1. One of the few left-handers in tonight's lineup, one of only 2, 80 being the other. Bases filled with Blue Sox. Ferguson at third, Jimenez at second, Frelick at first. This is popped up, and this will be caught by the center fielder, McGuire. Rifles it into home. Now that skips away from Juba, but thankfully backing up, and now they got Ferguson in a pickle, and they tag him out. Oh, that was a wasted opportunity for the Blue Sox, and the side is retired. That was a rough sequence for the Blue Sox. Ferguson, that was way too shallow to even think about, even with the offline throw.
Seems like he was just trying to draw the throw, and saw that the ball got away and committed himself. And once he realized that Del Preti was back in the play-up, he kind of resigned himself to the fact that he was probably going to be out.
So after 1/2, still 1-1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
This is fun. I'm not going anywhere doing this.
You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Roz, you want to talk? All right. So we're going to be joined by Orazio Azzarello of the Melrose Americans, also the organizer of so many events, so many great events that the Intercity League runs in support of both the league itself and, of course, the Pete Fraze No. 3 Fund. And, of course, the donate. It's always free admission to these games, Roz, but the donations always help. They help support the league, and, of course, they help support Pete. And, it's always a worthy cause to support both the league and Pete.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, Sam, to LSP for doing this. I know that we have a lot of people that can't be at the game, and just this is nationwide, and it's great.
Worldwide,
technically. Worldwide, right?
Yep, anybody in the world can watch this.
So and it's great to have it at Morelli Field here in Melrose. We've done it here the last 7 years, I believe. 6 years.
6 years since. Actually, did we do it in 2014 here?
2014 was the first year.
Oh, nice play by Richie Burgos, jumping up to get that one, and he gets out number 1-on-1 pitch on Mark Odessa. Let's talk about a couple events coming up this fall. The first ever Intercity League golf tournament.
Yeah, so the league decided that we wanted to have something where we can reach out to the alumni and obviously all the teams, family members and ball players, and we wanted to have a golf tournament. We're going to host one October 4th at the Hillview in North Reading.
Getting busy over there at third for Burgos, but this one is offline, and Leung will reach.
So, again, it's October 4th. We've put something on the website. We're going to still put a little more details out there, but we wanted to get it out there to the public. Hillview in North Reading. It will be best ball, so we're asking for support. We're definitely looking for sponsors for holes. We're looking for foursomes. And, again, it could be anybody. You didn't even have to play in the league. We just want the support, and I think it's going to be a great day, and we'll hopefully have a good time with it.
Juan Parra singled, stole a base, and scored the Alibrandis' first run as Leung reached on the E5. And Parra behind 0-1. And, of course, the Intercity League Hall of Fame now a semi-annual occurrence, occurring every other year, but it's going to happen this year at Anthony's in Malden.
Yeah, so you're right, Sam. Every other year, November 16th, if you have a calendar there, mark it down. It's going to be at Anthony's in Malden. Montville Plaza is no longer in Stoneham. They've actually knocked that down. They've been really, really good to us, and we've now moved locations to Anthony's, and we're looking forward to that. Every year or every other year that we do that, we do draw a big crowd, and it's a great night to get together. I mean, the league has been in existence for 68 years.
Yep.
And it's just great to see people come out and get together for a few hours and talk about the same old stories that we talk about each year.
It's a great reunion. It's a great celebration of the league's rich history, and it's great to honor the award winners. And now they might have Leung picked off, and the throw goes into left field.
It's no error because he was going to get to second on he was trying for second anyway.
Great job by the runner. Just keep running to the base. And let the first baseman make that great throw, which ended up in left field.
Yep. So the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Alibrandis. As this is grounded to the left side, and it's over the head of Burgos. Around third, coming home is Leung. The throw to the plate is in time.
Ooh, that was so close.
It was close, but I think Leung went around home plate, and they tagged him. So that'll be out number 2. It's a single, an advance on throw for Parra. So a break there for the Blue Sox, but the go-ahead run still in scoring position, but now with 2 outs.
Center fielder number 24,
Strong throw by Dominic Zaire. And, of course, if you've watched these games in the past, Blue Sox fans, you know what a cannon of an arm he has.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's a bang-bang play right there.
Yep, but again, I think they got the call right. I think they got the call right because I think if he was standing up and he was kind of going around the plate.
Do you think if he slid, he would have had it?
He certainly has a better chance if
Yeah.
he slid. Yeah, definitely. So McGuire behind 0-1 after fouling off the first pitch. Foul tip into the mitt of Frelick, and it's 0-2. I think that's a case where Leung thought it was hit a little too slowly with getting over the head of Burgos that I thought he would have been. He thought he would have been able to score standing up. Little nubber to the right side. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. And now the throw gets away from the first baseman, Berardino, and in to score on the error is Parra, and the Alibrandis do take the lead. It's 2-1. Boy, this has just been the opposite of a fielding clinic by the Blue Sox this inning. This is so unlike them.
You'd think in the finals you would probably see a great defensive game, but even in the finals you see mistakes happening, and you got to take ownership of those mistakes.
So it is a single for McGuire. He definitely beat it out, but Parra scores on the error, so no RBI. As that's on the outside corner to Teddy Juba for strike 1. Juba walked his first time up.
I don't care about any of
This is driven into center field. Back goes Ferguson to the wall. He reaches up, and he makes the catch running into the wall. So a phenomenal play by Ferguson in center field to prevent another run from scoring. But the Alibrandis do score the go-ahead run. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left. And after 2 complete, 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Ross, thank you so much. You can tell
Thank
Sammy
you,
can
Sam.
come in.
Appreciate it.
And we'll definitely be there for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and let's get those golfers out there. All right, thank you guys.
On many social media platforms, including Twitter at LSP37.
You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Through the first 2 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors, 3 left through the for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 4 left for the Alibrandis. And we feels like this could be another grind like the semifinals last year.
There's just going to be no other way about it. Somerville's not going to go down. Lexington, has been in this spot year after year. They know how to win. So I expect we got the bottom of the 3rd here. We got 4.5 more good innings of baseball.
Top of the 3rd, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, Zaire, 80, and Burgos. Zaire grounded out to 2nd, his first time up in the 1st. And the Blue Sox ruining their mistakes in that 2nd inning. Up and away for ball 1. First, the base running gaff by Ferguson, and then the 2 errors in the bottom of the 2nd, grounded down the 3rd baseline foul, evens the count at 1, and then the 2 errors in the bottom half of the 2nd, leading to the go-ahead run for the Alibrandis. Blue Sox had 3 errors last night. Didn't pay the price. Tonight they've paid the price for 2.
That's right.
2-1.
These teams are too close to allow, bad defensive decisions, and that was really
overwhelm them.
It was really just not a great decision there. You're probably not going to get the guy at first.
Speared at 3rd by Henriksen. Throw on to first, 1 down.
Players are playing fast. The game is fast. These players are used to playing fast, but sometimes you got to think things through.
So that'll bring up Kyle 80. Flew out to left his first time up in the 1st.
Good job by Del Preti there to get the first out of the inning. Really sets the tone for the inning.
And that's in there for strike 1. First time the leadoff man has been retired for the Blue Sox.
Now he can throw a strike 1 breaking ball, get ahead. Now he's ahead in the count.
Now even as that skips down and in to 80. The Blue Sox against, you talk about Del Preti, not going to blow you away with his velocities. Kind of a pitch to contact guy. Against the pitch to contact guy, Tim Dunphy, in game 1 of the semifinals. That was a 1-0 game. That was a low-scoring game. And then against the fireballer, Zach Kirby, albeit on 3 days rest, that was a 9-6 slugfest. Last night against Matt Horan, who's definitely a strikeout artist, it was a higher, not an insane score, but a higher scoring game, 5-2. And now we've got a close one here at 2-1.
You always think about the guys, they don't throw as hard, that you're going to make more solid contact, but
not necessarily.
They've always, some of these guys, they're used to being control pitchers, and they know how to work, maybe getting an extra half a ball on the outside corner if they're throwing it consistently. It's going to frustrate hitters, but there draws a walk.
Kyle 80 draws a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up Richie Burgos. Burgos doubled home the Blue Sox only run back in the first. As that is on the outside corner. Looked like a slider there for strike one.
Yeah, as you said, the Blue Sox not really the power team, though he really is kind of the tone setter for them in terms of intimidation.
No Julian Alvarez in the lineup tonight, though.
Yep. So he's
no
the guy.
Alvarez, no Curley. So Burgos, the really big power bat in the lineup tonight. 2-1. Although Taylor Ferguson, the number 6 slot, certainly had some good power years last couple of years for the Blue Sox.
They can do it. They can all do it.
Yep.
No home runs for any players in the Blue Sox lineup. Though Burgos did hit a ball at Victory Field a few weeks ago that went about 430 feet for an out.
The old Victory Field. Then Nate Wolf had the Victory Field home run.
Yep.
And then it's like playing in Polo Grounds in MLB The Show.
And then Alex Wojtek hit the home run that didn't happen.
Well, as far as the Blue Sox are concerned, it happened. But as far as Alex's mom is concerned, it happened. Mrs. Wojtek immediately shared the clip on her Facebook page. Hope you're watching, Mrs. Wojtek.
It was not a cheap one.
No, it was not. And Dave Lightbody hit a similar home run in the semifinals in Game 3. Similar pitch, similar spot. It banged off the DPW shed.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird to say that the Blue Sox are going up against a team that might outslug them, but
This is popped up.
Lexington just finds a way to win.
Odessa is under it, makes the catch, 2 down. So that'll bring up Ryan Berardino, who grounded out to second to end the first, his first time up.
The first baseman, number 49, Ryan Berardino.
AD at first after the 1-out walk. Throw back to first, and AD is back safely.
I'd like to see if Berardino can really get a hold of one here. He's a wood bat college player, has some pop, had a great season here for the Blue Sox, so we'll see if he can drive the baseball here with 2 outs and try and get this run home.
You're right on this one. I'm buying lottery tickets.
And Berardino's going to be granted time.
Just looked at his stats. Hit,
Yeah.
hit 469. for the
Yeah,
Blue Sox this
just
summer.
just a phenomenal midseason addition.
It's nice. It's nice to have. You had a Division I first baseman, and now you have
Red Sox draft pick.
conference level player in the NE10 starting caliber player come in and play first base for you.
Well, this is into right field. Back goes Parra. It's gone! Buy that lottery ticket, Todd! Oppo Taco for Ryan Berardino in the Blue Sox lead.
Of the season and of the postseason for
He is
Ryan
a strong
Berardino.
young man. That is a strong young man right there to hit the ball out to right field.
Eat your heart out, Miss Cleo. We got Mr. Finn sitting to my right. 3-2. That was too strong.
The center fielder, number 10, Taylor
Wow.
Ferguson.
That looked like a lazy fly ball off the bat, and then it kept carrying.
And when you see how hard Parr is running, you're wondering if he's going to be able to run that ball
He
down.
certainly
and
got
all-
the speed to run it down, and
he
then
just
it
ran out of field.
Yep. So Berardino picks up his first home run, and now Ferguson pops this one up, fouling out a play for strike 2.
I've never been this right before.
Oh, man.
Well, this is great. It's back and forth. They were looking for a shutdown inning there. I know, you get to 2 outs there, and
You think you got it, and then just leave one over the heart of the plate and just,
he knows how to find a barrel with a wood bat.
And Ferguson grounds this one to short. Odessa's got it. Throws on to first. Good stretch at first by Lightbody for the out. There were tires aside. Well, so when am I going to die, Sam? All right. All right. After 2.5, 3-2 Blue Sox, this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. We'll take your fortune. We'll take your fortune-telling requests via Twitter at LSP37.
Yep. Got to tell me your sign, though.
Oh, man. All right. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order.
Leading off for the Alibrandis in the bottom of the third inning, the first baseman, number 16, David Lightbody.
Right through his legs.
So we have a defensive change for the Blue Sox as Ross Curley is now in the game at short and Morgan Brown has moved over to second.
Curley will bat eighth.
So Curley will bat in the 8th slot.
She was bat second next inning.
And that slot is due up second next inning. 2-0 the count to David Lightbody, who singled his first time up. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 4 left for the Alibrandis. 2-1 the count now to Lightbody.
I don't understand.
He's a businessman.
Not a businessman.
He's a businessman.
Lightbody fouls that one off for strike 2. Good to know Ross isn't hurt anyways. You know.
I think everybody's a little bit,
Well, you know, we're not professionals. You know, we have lives.
Yep. They're not getting treatment every single day. They're just coming to the ballpark to work. I mean,
Yep. Strike 3 as Lightbody was ahead 2-0, but swings over the top of that changeup.
Change for the Blue Sox here in the bottom of the third inning.
That is strikeout number 4 for Leanhouse.
Curley moving from shortstop to second base, number 7.
be interested to see how many pitches Leanhouse already has. You know, we were
Yeah,
talking about.
he's really been challenged.
Yep.
As this is a towering pop up by Barrett, and
That's
it will
gonna help.
be Ferguson making the catch for out number 2, and that will help. I don't know if Leanhouse, even with all his rest, is good to go for 140 pitches in 6 innings like Haran was. But here's the thing.
Haran might be ready to go tomorrow night.
Yeah,
for all I know.
Haran had 2 nights rest after after getting a save in Game 3, and that was after 1 night's rest after the complete game shutout in Game 1 against Wakefield.
And he's just going to go cutter. He's just going to throw it at you and see what you can do with it. Even if he's at 80-85% speed, it's still tough to hit.
Little inside-out swing scooped by Burgos. Low throw, but this one is picked by Berardino. And, we talk about the pitch count. That is a very economical inning for Drew Leanhouse. He needed that. And after 3 complete, 3-2 Blue Sox, this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. with Game 3 of the Intercity League Championship Series between the Alibrandis and the Blue Sox. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. All right, top of the fourth.
Inning, the second baseman, number 7,
Morgan Brown to lead things off. Todd and I were talking about, if Haran does pitch tomorrow night, we need to get a sample, as this is picked up by the third baseman, Henriksen, and on one pitch, Brown is retired for out number 1. The 1-2-3 inning, by the way, by Lienhouse just now is the first 1-2-3 inning of the series. Todd was saying if Matt Haran comes back to pitch tomorrow night, we got to get a sample of what's in his elbow and transfer it to Chris Sales. Screw the plasma injection from Dr. Andrews. Here is Ross Curley getting his first at-bat of the ball game.
Can you hear me?
Oh, no, we're not good. I wonder what happened to Sam's mic. Sam, can you talk for a second?
Hello, my name is Sam.
Okay, so looks like you're picking up, but as this is into left center field and down for a base hit, Ross not missing a beat. He's aboard. Let me just fiddle with these for a second.
The catcher, number 11, Nico Fralick.
Is that any better?
Can you hear me now?
Nope. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. Is that better?
How about now?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're good. We're good.
Cool.
Okay, somehow I had your microphone on mute. I thought I unmuted it. Okay.
You don't want to hear the truth.
Well, I mean, the truth is pretty spooky. I mean, you've been speaking it into existence.
Well, when you see 20 intercity league baseball games during the season, you get to know these players.
Yep. 1-1 the count to Nico Frelick, who was hit by a pitch his first time up.
It's been exactly the type of game I thought we were going to get here in game 2.
Misses down and in for ball 2 to Nico.
Looks like the Alibrandis have somebody warming up in the bullpen now. Every pitch and every out is going to be important here. Every batter is going to be important here. You can't let the game get away from you here in the 4th inning.
Frelick fouls that one off, and it's strike 2.
You know who Lexington has waiting in the wings?
Manny Del Carmen, yep. And if it were to be safe situations in all 3 games, in the first 3 games for the Blue Sox, Manny could go. I mean, like last year in games 4 and 5, he pitched a 7-out save, and then came back the next night and pitched the save to get the Blue Sox to the championship series. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Frelick is down, and there are 2 down in the inning, and the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza.
The right fielder, number 6, Aaron Barboza.
Barboza reached on error and scored in the first and flew out to center in the second.
That button.
That's mute me. That's mute you.
Okay, cool.
Wait, well, I just mute him at the same time, so. Yeah. Okay. Ball 1 to Barboza. Curley at first after his single, and he's back safely. Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning.
This is the guy you got to get right here. This is the guy that's going to set the tone for the rest of the inning.
1-1. No, not 1-1. He's, like I say, rotate the mound, and I've gotten rotated.
I think he threw 1 ball over to first base and 1 strike over to first base.
Yep,
So
he's
I'm
thrown
with you.
1 ball to the plate. 1-0 the count, 2 for Barboza. Another throw back to first, ball.
This is just your welcome to the game, Ross, kind of time.
Yep.
Just saying hello.
I say it all the time, but I still can't believe that Ross actually set career highs in most offensive categories this year, given how accomplished he already is.
Right. He was playing before I got to the Blue Sox.
Yep. And Barboza is tired of waiting. He gets time. Curley can run, but he's not, Barboza or Jimenez speed. So it's like, I don't know if they're that worried about him.
Well, it's not Teddy's always ready. The key is, pitchers in the dirt. Ross is going to read balls in the dirt pretty well here. So
This is into left field and foul for strike one.
he's the type of base runner. He is going to get a good dirt ball read. So Del Preti knows that and is probably trying to get, some weak contact here and just getting out and get to 2 outs here.
It was already at 2 outs.
We got 2 outs already.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Ground out by Brown and the strikeout by Frelick.
I'm going to just mute myself then.
Nope. You're muting me. Oop, I guess we got the microphones flipped. Ross does take off. The pitch is a strike. Throw down to second, and it skips into center field, but Ross will not advance any further. So 1-2 the count, and a runner in scoring position.
All right, then.
That was not a dirt ball read. That was a straight steal.
Oh, Morgan let off the inning, didn't he? Morgan let off the inning. That's
Yep.
right. Ground ball to third base.
A little behind on. I was a little behind on my scorebook. Had to go in the replay to get Taylor's out last inning. So 1-2 the count. Runner in scoring position for the Blue Sox. Barboza waits for the 1-2 from Del Preti. In there for strike 3 called, and the side is retired. So after 3.5, we are halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 3 and the Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the Alibrandis. Matt Henriksen, Mark Odessa, and Ryan Lung. Henriksen 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 4 left for the Alibrandis. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left for the Blue Sox.
Goes to show you how important that quick inning was for Lienhoutz coming back out, facing 7, 8, 9.
Misses up and in for ball 1.
Instead of facing 9 top, you get 7, 8, 9. You might even be able to get through 4 innings here.
Popped up. This is coming towards us. Nico giving it a look. It's out of play. See, that's the great thing about having a press box.
Look out. Is the roof open?
No, the roof is not open.
All right, now I'm not worried.
It's not retractable either. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually it is.
Down the doorway.
This is popped up. This one in play. Berardino took a turn on him, but he makes the catch for out number 1.
Sometimes those fielders forget the gravity is going to take a hold of the ball.
This comes down quicker than you expect. Kind of a humid night, so the air's a little thick.
Number 6, Mark Odessa.
So it's not going to get as high as it normally would, but he wouldn't know that from Berardino's home run.
That ball was really hit really well.
That misses for ball 1 to Mark Odessa, who grounded out to third his first time up in the second.
Lienhoutz knows that these 8 and 9 hitters, even though they're at the bottom of the order, these are 2 accomplished hitters. You got
Mark Odessa, so many years as a great power hitter for likes of the East Boston Bombers and everyone
really
else in
good,
between.
Really a good player, and then you got a second baseman who is not a light hitting kid. He can drive the baseball.
2-0. Oh, 3-0, my mistake. Well, it has 3-0. It should be 2-0. Well, that's strike 1, so I guess it's 3-1. I only had ball 2.
That's okay.
All right.
We'll see if the umpire gives the count. He does not.
Into right field, Barboza coming in. He made the catch. running over into foul territory and up against the fence. Barboza with another phenomenal defensive play in right field. You know, you usually have the speediest guy in your outfield play center, and he's made some phenomenal plays in center this year, but he needed his speed in right for that one.
Well, you see how Betts handles right field at Fenway.
Yeah. But you handle right field at Fenway.
That's a special little ballpark.
That's a very special
right.
right field with jetting out from Pesky's pole and everything. This is a little more uniform here.
Well, it's a very important position, right field, because you got a lot of your plays going into third base. You got a lot of runners who are going to test the right fielder until he throws them out, and guys that can run baseballs down are even more valuable.
Well, when you had Manny Ramirez come to the Red Sox in 2001, as that's inside for ball 2, Trot Nixon had right field on lock for the Red Sox. They moved Manny to left, and he wasn't known for his defense in right field in Cleveland. So it's like, how is he going to handle, the balls off the monster playing left? He was actually a decent left fielder for the Red Sox.
Absolutely.
I think he was among the league leaders in outfield assists a couple of years.
Nobody's ever gonna.
This is driven deep to center. Back goes Ferguson to the wall. He reaches up, and he made the catch. So the Blue Sox outfielders saving extra bases twice here. And after 4 complete, still 3-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Jesus, all at once. I know about super slices, but I would at least fold it, man.
I'll rip it in.
All right.
Nobody called me a professional. Even a professional pizza eater, I'm more semi-professional.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to go pro.
Do we have a new pitcher here?
Yes, we do.
All right.
We might. Yeah, we do. 22.
All right. That's
21.
21. So Brian Tangi will take over
That's the only change, I believe, right?
for the Alibrandis on the mound.
Going to make any other changes. They got no defensive changes that they
Your
can.
attention, please. Now pitching for the Alibrandi Baseball Club, number 21, Brian Tangi.
So Tangi, being his first appearance of the postseason, in the regular season, made 4 appearances, was 1-0 with 2 saves and a 2 ERA. In 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, rather. Walked 2, struck out 5, surrendered 1 home run. Tangi
That's what he said.
Tangi did not face the Blue Sox in the regular season. He's been with the Alibrandis franchise since 2012.
He's going to throw the ball a little harder than Del Preti did.
Yeah.
See how the Blue Sox hitters react to it.
Tangi in the regular season against the Blue Sox last year got a win in 4 1/3 innings on July 12th, allowing 9 hits, 4 runs, 2 of which were earned, walked 3, and struck out 3. And in the postseason took the loss on August 17th, going 5 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And Dominic Zaire lines this one past the third baseman Henriksen for a base hit. So Tangi the only change for the Alibrandis as Zaire picks up his first hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Kyle 80.
The designated hitter, number 20, Kyle 80.
80 is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left, a walk, and a run scored. Zaire creeping off of first. 80, the number 3 hitter, squaring. You know that Rick will show bunt with anyone in the lineup if if it means getting a run across.
Well, you want to see what the defense does when you show bunt. Always interesting.
Throw back to first and back safely
Now
is there.
Now you're going to have a little dance. Alibrandis doesn't want to show their hand and what they're trying to do here, but obviously they want to keep the double play intact.
80 gets the bunt down, but it's foul for strike one.
They want unselfish players here for the Blue Sox.
Yep.
Even though he's your 3-hitter, we got a close game here in the 5th inning. We're trying to move runners into scoring position for your power guys.
And there's a big difference between a 2-0 series lead and an even series.
Absolutely.
So any runs you can take,
Win
you'll
by 1 or
take 'em.
100. Doesn't
Yep.
matter.
Although, given all the close games the Blue Sox played in the postseason up until games 2 and 3 of the championship series last year, that's up and away for ball 2. The Blue Sox posted a clip of my call of Dominic Zayre's walk-off home run in Game 1 of the championship series. And, it had just been a stressful postseason up to that point because the Blue Sox left 45 men on base in the Alibrandis series. And I commented, I swear to God, if you guys don't win the next 2 games 1,000,000-1, I'm going to succumb to my own commentary.
Well, you're up here by yourself. You're struggling with your own emotions. It's tough.
I try to keep it professional, even though this is a Blue Sox broadcast.
This is a Blue Sox broadcast, but we're here, promoting the Intercity League, which is it's a great league, and you can see how competitive these two teams are going to be.
Yep.
And they're going to be this way for all 3, all 4, or all 5 games in this series.
I said at the end of the Wakefield Alibrandis game last week that the Blue Sox had swept the last 4 championship series. It's going to be a lot more competitive than that this time around. And not to say that the championship series weren't competitive, as that is inside for ball 3. But it's I seriously doubt it's going to be a 3-0 sweep this year, just because of the history between these two teams in just the second year that the Alibrandis have been in the league. Ball 4.
That was a close one.
So first and second, nobody out. And now would you square with Richie?
You can answer that question.
Well, it's certainly a possibility. Richie does have an RBI double tonight. He's 1 for 2.
The difference is you're winning 3-2 as opposed to being down 3-2. So I think we're going to have a green light here, maybe even first pitch.
Not there. Ball 1.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, given how big the 2 were. Yes.
Been drinking the Tony Romo juice.
I heard he gets the plays. I heard that he hears the play calls, so he actually knows what's coming.
He hears
before.
the play calls from the coordinators.
I think they get the feed or something like that. But yeah, he sees the field very well.
Wish he had seen the field that well in his career.
I'm sure he
professional
does.
career.
I'm sure he does.
1 and 2 the count.
I don't know, Jim. I don't know. Did he catch it? Your voice almost got that high when the ball went to the wall.
Well,
you got excited. It's okay. It's a great
Nephil-
game.
well,
We had a
it's
great game so far.
Nephelococcygia, which is an actual thing. It's breaking. It's the actual term for breaking glass with your voice.
Have you done that before?
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. No, that's finding shapes in clouds. That's completely different. There is a term for that stuff. It's called Memorex. I don't know.
And we're back.
Burgos grounds this one slow grounder to second, to short for 1, on to first, double play. How did I confuse those two? Oh, I was just thinking of the video I saw the terms in. All right, so runner at third, 2 down.
The first baseman.
4-6-3
like
double
that second
play.
one. Shapes.
Finding shapes in clouds. That's what Nephelococcygia is.
I like that.
Yeah. So here is Ryan Berardino.
And it's legal in Massachusetts now.
Berardino with the opposite field home run his last time up to give the Blue Sox the lead. Runner at third, 2 down. As he takes ball 1, Juba with a good block there. important ground ball there for Tangi.
Umpire giving Teddy a little bit of time here to collect himself. Teddy is appreciative. Guessing that one got him somewhere that he doesn't have padding.
Yep. Want to know the count. That's low for ball 2.
It's a very interesting relationship, the catcher-umpire relationship.
Yep.
And Teddy is Mr. Congeniality. He'll work you a little bit, but he's pretty fair. And that's all we're asking for.
On the outside corner, 2-1. Brushes him back a bit, and it's 3-1 with Taylor Ferguson on deck. Blue Sox with 3 runs on 5 hits. They've had a base runner in every inning. Ball 4. So first and third, 2 out for Taylor, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to short.
The center fielder, number 10, Taylor Ferguson.
Another interesting spot here. I don't think Berardino is a speedster in terms of the Blue Sox, but you might want to get him in motion here, or maybe you're going to let Taylor hit.
Taylor takes ball 1.
See,
Berardino did have a stolen base in against Andre in game 2. And was 1 of 2 in stolen base attempts in the regular season. 1-1 the count.
you see how the hard thrower kind of throws the guys off. You got Del Prete up there throwing probably in the 70s, probably not touching 80, and now you got Tanguy up there really pumping 80, mid-80s, mid to high 80s with a hard slider.
This is ground to the left side. Henriksen, long throw to first. It's offline. The run will score. Up to third goes Berardino. Up to second goes Ferguson. 4-2. It's got to be a single RBI in the error, right?
That's what I would say.
Yep. So
That's a long throw to get over there, and you
Yep.
got a
Second
speedy
baseman
runner.
number 7, Morgan
So,
Brown.
yeah, I would agree.
So a single RBI in the error. And now strike one to Morgan Brown. 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts.
This at bat is just as important as the last one. You got a 4-2 game here. We still got a baseball game here. It's a good block.
1-1 rather, the count to Brown. Two walks and two singles in the inning. This is grounded to the left side and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Being waved around third is Ferguson. Here comes a throw. It's not in time. 2-run single for Morgan Brown. It's 6-2.
And that is just a baseball player right there. Morgan Brown. He's not going to blow you away with anything he does, but when they need him, he's going to do exactly what you need him to do.
In 25 years. The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
Couple of big 2-out hits there by Ferguson and Brown, and now Ross Curley.
I should say 3 every 5 years. Andre Bonlavnia. Maybe the last non-Blue Sox.
3 runs this half inning. As that hit Ross.
We've won once when we were back in Vancouver. In 1985.
Wow.
So our maiden championship.
So now it'll be Nico Frelick.
The catcher,
He's
number
been hit by a
11,
pitch
Nico
tonight, 0 for
Frelick.
1. Struck out swinging his last time up in the 4th.
So, you know, we have history, but not rich history.
Right.
Like, our team's been around for a while, but we've been
Big gap to left center for Nico. He takes strike one.
Since coming to Melrose, it's been kind of empty.
Blue Sox with 3 runs on 3 hits this inning.
I don't think we've ever won.
Late swing on a pitch inside, and it's 0-2 to Nico.
Well, again, the closest we got when I was here, which is my 3rd year, was last year.
Brown at second, Curley at first. That misses outside, ball 1.
We wanted that one.
Ooh.
We lost that.
You think that was in there?
We lost by a few.
Teddy certainly did.
Yeah, that looked a little outside to me.
We were like 7-2 through like the first 9 games.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
There we go.
And the side is retired, but the Blue Sox double their output with 3 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 2. After 4 1/2, 6-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. New pitcher for the Lexington Blue Sox is Dowie LeBron, making his postseason debut. Dowie in 6 appearances in the regular season. No decisions and a .170 ERA in 12 of the 3rd innings. Allowed 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned, walked 5, and struck out 16 while hitting 2 batters and throwing 2 wild pitches. Had a nice start, had a nice appearance against Somerville in the regular season finale. 4 innings of shutout ball with 5 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. But that was the game that the Blue Sox ended up tying 0-0 in 9 innings. It was the first time they had been shut out all year and the first time they had shut someone else out all year. Yeah. I don't know how many scoreless 9-inning ties there have been in Intercity League history, but I imagine there's not many.
I would.
I'll have to go back in the archives.
For the Alibrandis in the bottom of the 5th inning, the right fielder, number 8,
So Dowie's got a tough test. He's got the top 3rd of the order, Parra, McGuire, and Juba. Parra, 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Dowie LeBron, a product of Danny Graham's Lowell High Squad and St. Peter's University, the Peacocks. Dowie winds and delivers the first pitch, and it's a fastball in there for strike 1. As you can see, he's going to zip it in there a little quicker than Leanhout's. So he have a real velocity uptick for both sides with the pitching change. Frelick did not make the catch. 0-2.
This is similar to what the Blue Sox just faced in the last inning. You go from more of a control pitcher to really a hard thrower, and looks like Dowie's got some run on his fastball too. So be interesting to see how the Alibrandis adjust to it.
Up and away with the fastball, ball 1.
Where is that? St. Peter's in New York?
New Jersey. It's part of the Metro Atlantic Conference, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Swing and a miss. Frelick's got the loose ball. He'll fire on to first, 1 down. So Parra is retired for the first time, and that'll bring up Michael McGuire.
It's just an embarrassment of riches he has, the Blue Sox have here. Available arms, it's really It's quite an advantage to have this many guys willing to show up every night, waiting for their number to get called.
McGuire 1 for 2 with a single, and he gets brushed back there, knocked down, in fact, 1-0.
No intent on that, just a live arm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he doesn't feel very good about it, though. And now you got to dig back in there. Got to help his team. Got to get on base here.
1-1. Lienhout's retired the last 7 he faced after allowing the second run of the ball game in the bottom of the second. 2-1.
He did his job. Might not have had his best control tonight, but when he needed to make pitches and needed to get outs, he certainly did tonight.
Those last 2 innings were very quick, too.
Yep.
But LeBron is behind 3-1 here with Teddy Juba on deck.
No more beeping.
And that is inside for ball 4. LeBron issues a walk with 1 out.
The catcher, number 22, Ted Juba.
McGuire aboard for the second time, and that'll bring up Juba, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to center. That is down and in for ball 1. Popped up into foul territory, and it looks like it's going to get out of play, and that'll make the count 1-1.
Not a professional.
LeBron comes set. Juba lines this one, and it takes the glove off of LeBron trying to get it up there to haul it in.
Wow. That ball was stung.
Now, what happens if it lands in his glove, the glove comes off, and the glove hits the ground, but the ball is still in the glove? Is that an out?
No, he does not have possession of the ball.
And now Matty Karras.
Makes for a good laugh and maybe a little bit of an argument, but it's not going to be a very long argument.
Matty Karras coming out to have a word with LeBron.
The put-out must be made by the human, not the glove.
Yes.
It's not the same situation as if you can't get the ball out of your glove and you toss the glove with the ball in it to the first baseman or whatever.
No.
Yeah. So
I think that was a good little visit by Karras there. You got a 6-2 lead. The important thing is throw the ball, throw strikes. If they hit the ball, they hit the ball. We can adjust to that. But you cannot adjust to balls.
Yep.
That cannot happen in this situation with a 4-run lead. So they can hit all the singles they want, and eventually they might need to adjust, but can't adjust to.
Well, there's a ball there. Light body lays off. Ball 1. Light body 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Another one of these guys has been around the bend, been around the block. He knows how to hit. He knows how to hit against good pitching too. So.
And there's the strike. 1-1. I think that was an automatic take by Light Body.
Yep.
Want to make him prove.
Good execution there by LeBron.
Just below the knees. Ball 2.
You can just hear the difference in the way the ball hits the glove. We got some different velocity here, and might go out just as fast as it did, just like with Teddy.
Slider in there for strike 2. Not often they try to get back in the strike zone with a slider.
Whenever you feel comfortable throwing, sometimes you throw.
LeBron comes set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, he felt comfortable enough to go to it a second time. And there are 2 down, second strikeout of the inning for LeBron.
That's a big out, not just in the scope of the game, but for his confidence. You get you get the cleanup hitter up. You got 2 runners on with a runner with 1 out, and you can get a little punch out there. That's pretty good.
And that hit him. So now the bases are loaded.
So much for that.
And now that brings the tying run to the plate in a man who can definitely lose it over the wall, Jake Miller.
Number 33, Jake Miller.
Miller 0 for 2 with a strikeout, looking at a ground out to third. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it down the third base line. Oh, that was a screamer.
Good job there by the runner at third and the umpire to get out of the way of the ball there, because that one would have hurt a little bit.
0-1 the count to Miller. LeBron will go with a full windup here. And now Miller calls time. So the line on Anthony Del Prete, 4 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which are earned, 1 wild pitch.
Did he throw a ball? Wasn't the first pitch a foul ball?
Strike 3 called! LeBron with the tightrope job there. And the side is retired. The Alibrandis leave the bases loaded. After 5 complete, still 6-2 Blue Sox is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. And I forgot to mention that in the top of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have the top third of the order due up: Barboza, Zaire, and 80.
Scheduled to bat for the Blue Sox in the top of the 6th inning will be Aaron Barboza, Dom Zaire, and Kyle.
2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left for the Alibrandis. 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left for the Blue Sox.
Close the door, please.
I've only got 4 hits for the Alibrandis. They had 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth.
So, which one's mine?
Still
Am I still? No. So I'm 2.
Yep.
How different is this game if he slid into home on that first?
leading off for the Blue Sox in the top of the 6th inning, the right fielder, number 6, Aaron Barboza.
Aaron Barboza to lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Looking for his first hit of the ball game. 0 for 3, reached on error and scored in the first, flew out to center in the second, and struck out looking to end the 4th. Tangi's still out there. And Barboza comes up empty for strike 1.
Even in an 0 for 3 game, he's done some of the things that you want him to do. Not only
Defensively.
just defensively, but even the first at bat of the game, setting the tone, working pitches. They ended up scoring a run in that inning. Got on base with an error, ended up scoring the first run. That's what a leadoff hitter does. It's got to be unselfish.
Tangi comes set. The 1-1 is grounded right back to Tangi for out number 1. A little unlucky there.
Well, if the ball gets by the pitcher, it's probably going to be a hit. But
Yep.
nice little defensive play by the pitcher, and we got the first out of the inning.
Now Dominic Zaire, 1 for 3, grounded out to second in the first, grounded out to third, grounded out to third in the third, and singled and scored in the fifth. Tangi comes set, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Another swing and a miss to begin the at-bat. In there for strike two. Zaire not happy with himself for not going after that one. The line on Drew Lienhout's 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, I should say. 1 walk, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned. 1-2 the count to Zaire. To be followed by Kyle Adey, and if anybody gets on, Richie Burgos. From 0-2 to 2-2. Every Blue Sox has reached base at least once tonight. That includes Anderson Jimenez, who was taken out of the game in the third defensively. As Zaire hits this one into left center field, back goes McGuire, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
That's a winning formula, though. You got 9 guys getting on base.
10 guys when you include Curley and with the single and the hit by pitch. So here is Kyle Adey.
Number 20, Kyle Adey.
0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. You know, we were speculating between innings how different is this game if Ryan Lung slides on that play at the plate in the second. As that is inside for ball 1.
It just gives the catcher a much bigger target to tag before he can get his foot down, as opposed to him sliding in, where you really got to get him in at or below the knee in order for the umpire to really even consider calling him out.
In the bottom of the 6th, the Alibrandis will have the bottom third of the order due up: Henriksen, Odessa, and Lung.
But to be fair, Lexington also ran into an out.
They
in between
did too.
Third and
Yep,
home,
in between.
So,
So it kind of balances out, but.
However, after Lung was out, Blue Sox come back with the 2 runs to take
Yep.
the lead.
yes, they did.
Yep. Blue Sox come back with the 2 runs to take the lead after Lung's out. Well,
Lexington also threw the ball away, the player out right after that,
Yep.
too. So it's been a back and forth game.
this is grounded to the right side, and the Blue Sox still will not go down 1-2-3.
That's right, kept the streak going.
Single by 80. He's now 1 for 2 and has been on base 3 out of 4 times.
The third baseman, number 18, Richie Burgos.
So here's Richie Burgos, 1 for 3 with an RBI double, a pop-up to short, and a 4-6-3 double play.
I think you can say that in order to win these type of close games, you're got to play as clean as you can. That includes base running, fielding, pitches in the dirt, taking extra bases when you can. It's just these little things that make the difference. And Lexington right now has just 1 or 2 extra little plays, and they're leading the game right now. But it's certainly not over.
Because even if the Alibrandis go 1-2-3, and even if in the bottom of the 6th, and even if Mandel Carmen comes out for the bottom of the 7th, if that's the case, it's still the top third of the order that would be due up at this rate in the bottom of the 7th. So it's going to be imperative that the Alibrandis get at least a base runner on in the bottom half of this inning. This is grounded to second, and Burgos not running that one out at all, and he is out, and the side is retired. Frustrating situation there for Burgos, but after 5.5, still 6-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. One defensive change for the Blue Sox as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Nate Wolf takes over at first base for Ryan Berardino.
Third baseman, number 17, Matt Henriksen.
And Dawi LeBron out there for his second inning of work. Matt Henriksen to lead things off. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up to first. LeBron winds and delivers, and that is inside with a fastball for ball one. LeBron working out of a bases-loaded jam last inning, keeping the 4-run lead intact. But he's behind 2-0 here to Henriksen.
I'd say he has a take here.
3-0.
Anybody want to bet he swings 3-0 here?
I think you stand pat here. Inside corner, strike one. He thought that was ball four. Yeah, when a guy misses inside that much, you definitely gotta. That's on the inside corner, strike two. Henriksen not happy at all.
Looked like it was about the same pitch as the 3-0, and he didn't agree with the 3-0 pitch, but I had him as two pretty good pitches there.
Fouled off. If he strikes out here, I think we're going to have some fireworks.
Looking for every inch here. Yeah, I could see the same thing. I think the umpire's done a pretty good job tonight, been pretty fair to both sides.
Outside corner, strike three called. Yep, definitely. Henriksen gets tossed. Oof. From 3-0 to a called third strike, Henriksen not happy with any of those strikes. One down. And now Teddy Juba sticking up for Henriksen here. You don't want to see him tossed.
Well, I think you said it. I think he's just sticking up for him, trying to deflect a little bit, but
The shortstop, number 6, Mark Odessa.
that was coming.
Yep.
He was not going to go down without a fight. He disagreed with that 3-2 pitch, but, it's not his job to call balls and strikes. His job to swing the bat.
Ball one to Mark Odessa, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out to third and a fly out to right. This is grounded to second. Brown's got it. On to first. 2 down. Two up, 2 down for Ryan Leung. Reached on an error and stole a base in the first, but then was gunned down by Dominic Zaire, trying to score. Then a fly out to center in the fourth. That is inside for ball one. In the top of the seventh, the Blue Sox will have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up: Wolf, Ferguson, and Brown. Strike one. Skips to the backstop, and it's 2-1. Well, LeBron noticed he could hit the outside corner against Henriksen in that first strike to Lung, trying to go a little further outside. This is foul down the left field line, and straddling the foul line and making the catch is the left fielder Zaire for the out that retires the side. So we go to the top of the seventh. It is the Blue Sox 6 and the Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. with Game 3 of the Intercity League Championship Series between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. New pitcher for the Alibrandis is Justin Butera. Butera making his first appearance of the postseason. And we'll give you his numbers in just a second. We'll also let you know that Anthony Perry has taken over at third base. Butera appeared in 5 games this season for the Alibrandis, was 1-0 with a .31 ERA. In 5 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 earned run, but walked 4 and struck out 6. Got the win against the Blue Sox on August 6th, pitching a third of an inning and allowing no hits, no runs. Pitched an inning against the Blue Sox on July 18th, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and no walks and no strikeouts, and hit a batter. Nate Wolf getting his first at-bat of the ballgame after coming in defensively for Ryan Berardino. Berardino finishes his night 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, and 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. And Wolf hits this one to left field, and that will get down for a base hit. So first pitch swinging, freshly entered into the ballgame. Wolf is aboard, and the Blue Sox have had the leadoff man aboard in 5 of the 7 innings.
The center fielder, number 10, Taylor Ferguson.
Now here's Taylor Ferguson, 2 for 3, with 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. As that is in there for strike 1 from Butera.
Still a manageable game here at 6-2. I mean, you're looking.
And you got
down
the top third of
barrel
the
it.
order due up next
You
if
got
you're the
top,
Alibrandis.
top of the order coming up. It's important here to get outs. It's important here to get outs and avoid giving up any more runs.
Ball 1 to Ferguson. It's likely going to be Manny Del Carmen in the bottom of the 7th, even when it's not a safe situation.
Yep. Guess they want to give him a clean inning.
Swing and a miss by Ferguson, and a pitch up and away, and it is 1-2. Wolf at first. Nobody out. Down and away. Good pick by Juba. And it is 2-2. Ryan Berardino's opposite field home run that Sam Finn called in the top of the 3rd. The difference right now in this ball game.
I won't say I called the home run. I did say that he can drive the baseball with a wood bat, but yeah, just found an opportunity, and that's right now
He
the
also
winning hit.
called Richie's RBI double in the 1st. He's like Tony, our personal Tony Romo here.
Seen these players once or twice.
Grounded to the left side, fielded by Perry to second for 1, and on to first, not in time. 1 down as Wolf is retired 5-4. Fielder's choice for Ferguson.
Second baseman, number 7.
And that'll bring up Morgan Brown. Brown with a big 2-run single his last time up, 1 for 3. As that misses up and away for ball 1. Ferguson's got speed at first, but probably not going to run with a 4-run lead in the top of the 7th. Right fielder Parra makes the catch, and quickly Brown is retired for the 2nd out. So now Ross Curley, 1 for 1 with a single, a stolen base, and a hit by pitch.
Number 4, Ross Curley.
Ross, a late entrant into this one. Came in defensively for Anderson in the 3rd. As he takes strike 1. As we mentioned, in the top of the 7th, the Alibrandis will have the top third of the order due up. Parra, McGuire, and Juba. Ferguson takes off. The pitch is a swing and a miss. The throw down to second is not in time.
Took a great throw to almost get him there. Real close play. Second base umpire right on top of the play calls him safe.
Ferguson had an insane jump,
Yeah, that was a good
and
one.
Juba nearly got him. But it is 0-2 to Curley. And he dribbles this one foul down the third base line.
That makes a big difference here. You got no force anymore at second base. You got a runner here, so we got fielders that are going to have to hold him on. Really changes the way the defense has to react here, and maybe Ross can find a hole.
Although it is 2 strikes and 2 outs in the inning. As that is up and in for ball 1. Nico Frelick due up next, if we get that far.
We were done in under 2 hours, just under. It's like 1:58 for time the game was.
Over Ross's head for ball 2.
What do we have? First pitch at 7:50 tonight, right?
7:50. Yeah, we're at 1:52 right now. Now Juba going out to have a word after Butera was ahead 0-2, and now it's even 2-2.
We got a lot of base runners both lanes, for sure.
It's been an entertaining couple of games. It's not disappointing. This one might be close, but
Ferguson at second, 2-2 the count. The scoreboard says 3-2, but it's definitely 2-2.
At least my eyes aren't deceiving me.
This is fouled off. Ross fouls off another one. He is not going quietly after falling behind 0-2, especially with a chance to drive home a run.
So what Ross can do here, he's looking to see if the pitcher's going to make a mistake. Maybe hang a breaking ball here or leave a fastball out over the plate. But he's going to keep fighting here.
And that hit him. Well, that's a mistake. Second time Ross has been hit by a pitch.
That one hurts a little bit.
And now
That one hurt.
it's going to be Nico Frelick.
You got the force back on here, so any ground ball,
The
they got
catcher,
all 3
number
bases
11,
to throw to.
Nico
But
Frelick.
I don't really think that's Nico's game here. Nico's a strikeout or drive the ball type of guy. So see if he can.
He's got, look at this gap to left center.
Yep.
Like, look, jeez.
that's 3 runs. It
Playing pretty shallow too.
Playing him shallow and to go the other way.
Well, if we got any ball that squirts through the hole, they're going to try and throw this guy out at the plate. So I would suspect that the fielders are going to be coming up ready to fire home if the ball gets through the infield.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. But if it gets over the shortstop's head and rolls a ways, you got action.
That's the least of their concerns right now.
Fouled off, and it's 1-2. Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning tonight. Meanwhile, the Alibrandis have gone down 1-2-3 3 times after neither team went down 1-2-3 last night.
Yep. And the important thing was whether they've been going down the last couple innings, right?
3 of the last 4 they've been going down 1-2-3.
Really seemed
Just missed outside
really
ball
seemed
2.
like Somerville had a lot of the momentum in the game. All of a sudden, Lexington
then,
took the
then-
lead, and then
Yep. Lienhoutz retired the last 7 he faced.
Yep.
LeBron got out of a base loaded jam, then had a 1-2-3 inning. Frelick pops this one foul and out of play.
it's just a winning formula there.
Frelick 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in the second, struck out swinging in the 4th and 5th. Chance to possibly put this one out of reach if he can get a base hit here. got Ferguson at second, Curley at first. Butera comes set. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th, closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 6, Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. New pitcher for the Blue Sox, Billy Christopher. Christopher making his second appearance of the postseason. Got the win against the Andre Chiefs last Thursday in Game 2. Going inning and 2/3, walking 2 and striking out 1 and not allowing a run or a hit. Did throw 1 wild pitch, though. So he takes over for Dawi LeBron, who goes 2 innings, allowing 1 walk and 1 hit, no runs, while striking out 4. The Alibrandis, if they're going to avoid going into a 2-0 hole, we'll need the top third of the order to respond here. Parra, McGuire, and Juba.
These are the guys that have been getting it done for them all season, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had a runner or 2 on base here in the 7th inning and put some pressure on Lexington. Yep.
Parra, who's leading off this inning, has scored both of both of Alibrandis' runs tonight. 2 singles, 2 for 3, 2 singles, a steal, 2 runs, and a strikeout.
Alibrandis in the bottom of the 7th inning, the right fielder, number 8, Juan Parra.
But it looks like Christopher, he knows what he has to do here.
Yep.
You just got to pound the strike zone. Whatever happens with throwing strikes is going to happen.
Broken back grounder to the right side. Brown's got it, and on 1 pitch, Parra is retired. So that is a huge out to getting Parra's speed off the bases. That'll bring up Michael McGuire. 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a single, and a walk. In there for strike 1. Just missed outside, ball 1.
Just a bit outside.
You've always wanted to say that, haven't you?
On a broadcast, yeah.
Yeah, you can't say if you say that in a game you're umpiring, you get more of an earful than Henriksen gave.
I might have said it once or twice in a game. Usually gets a laugh.
Fouled off, and it's 2-2, but you have to say it when it's definitely a ball, and not on anything close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is when the pitch bounces and the catcher catches it, and then I call it a ball. Just to make sure everybody knows.
Well, my favorite is when we were doing the Blue Gray USA stuff, and you were there last year, and you were the only umpire. So on check swings, you appeal to yourself.
Yep.
That was good.
Did you get every call right?
I plead the fifth.
Good answer.
Listen, guys, when you do this job with a smile, it's going to go a lot better than doing it with a scowl on your face. It's just going to, you're here for the players. We're here to officiate the game, but we're here for the players. All these guys who are working tonight, they're not doing it to get rich. They're doing it because they're proud to work in this championship series, and they're trying to do the best job they can. And they're going to let the players decide this series, and I think so far, Sam could probably back me up on this, that's probably what happened in these first two games.
So here's Teddy Juba, 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, sandwich around a fly out to center, as that misses for ball 1. Alibrandis' mentality here, just get on base because the tying run is still in the dugout. 2-0.
It's a pretty good take there. Some guys get a little over-aggressive, a little excited. Teddy knows the situation, down 4 runs. A base on balls is just as good as a double here. You need base runners. Let the other guys bring you in.
Christopher gets back in the strike zone with a fastball, 2-1.
Maybe not a double, but a single. Double would probably be nice. I think they'd take that right now. But
outside corner, strike 2.
that's a pretty good spot. Good stick there by the catcher for Lexington.
Fouled off.
That one caught the umpire a little bit. He says, let's go. We are in the 7th inning.
Still got an hour and 20 minutes before the lights go off, according to Roz, but we don't want to be here that long. Although they were here pretty late for game 2 of the semis between the Alibrandis and the Merchants.
They certainly were. They were right up against it.
12 innings.
12 innings. Pretty good pace for 12-inning game. 3 hours and 10 minutes, something like that. That's a pretty good pace. So you see the way the game changes when you have wood bats as opposed to metal bats. I mean, you really got to square the ball up, and you might get a cheap single every once in a while, but it's a true test.
Popped up into shallow left. Burgos going out. Bermuda Triangle. It's a fair ball. And everybody's safe.
Looks like they had a little bit of a shift on Teddy there, and he just found a little spot. As Rod Carew would say, hit it where they ain't.
Yep.
And now they got 2 runners on.
The first baseman, number 16.
So here's Dave Lightbody. 1 for 3 with a single and 2 strikeouts. And now Matty Karras is going to have a conference with the whole infield. The tying run now in the on-deck circle. Manny Del Carmen looming just in case.
Another good visit here by Matt Karras. Just settle him down. We're still leading. No runs have scored. No real damage has been done. Let's see how far Lightbody can hit this ball. You still got a lead even if he rides one out of here. The important thing is to get ahead in the count.
Christopher comes set. The pitch. Up and away for ball 1. This is a situation when Lightbody came to the plate in the 5th with LeBron on, and now Lightbody gets hit.
Oh, that one hurt. Yes.
Oh, boy. So the base is loaded, and the tying run will come to the plate. But at what price for Lightbody?
He's all right. He's got muscles. He'll be all right.
The left fielder, number 7, Bobby Barrett.
Here's Bobby Barrett. 1 for 2 with an RBI single, a fly out to center, and a hit by pitch. Haven't gone to Del Carmen yet. Christopher's still out there. Fouled off for strike 1.
He's in a little bit of a rush here on the mound. Got to take a breath. Got to take a breath here. Still got a lead. This is nothing has really changed. And you got the tying run on, but no runs have scored yet.
Outside for ball one.
Rick's in conversation over there with Matt Karras, just trying to figure out what their next move is if Barrett were to get on.
Strike two. A bit of a cutter snuck in on the front door.
That was pretty good execution right there. Hitter's never happy about it, but it's a pretty good pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike three. A big strikeout there.
Yeah.
Bobby Barrett is retired, 2 down. And now here's Jake Miller, who is due. And now here comes Rick DeAngelis, and he wants Manny Del Carmen. He will go to Del Carmen as closer for 1 out here against the power hitter Jake Miller. And we have a pitching change come to you from Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass. Blue Sox 6, Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
What happened in this game?
Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So Manny Del Carmen will come on to try and get Jake Miller. Del Carmen making his 4th appearance of the postseason, 3 saves, no runs allowed, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts.
Wearing that number, familiar 42 that Red Sox fans have dreaded for a long time,
Yep.
coming into the bullpen in the end of the game.
Jake Miller is the only member of the Alibrandis to hit multiple home runs this season in the regular season.
Might be the only guy here in the ballpark who's actually met Mariano Rivera when they played against each other.
Yep.
But
So, first pitch to Miller. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Miller was sitting fastball. Manny gave it to him, and he still put it by him. That's pretty impressive.
Bases filled with Alibrandis, 2 out. Outside corner, strike 2. Miller doesn't like the call.
Doesn't like it because now he really can't gear up for either pitch. He's got fastball or slider he can go to here.
Grounder to the left side, fielded by Burgos to second for the force, and the Blue Sox take a 2-0 series lead in the 2019 Intercity League Championship Series. 3 pitches, 1 out, a save for Manny Del Carmen, and the Blue Sox win their 14th consecutive game in the Intercity League Championship Series and their 9th consecutive playoff game overall. So in a game that took 2 hours and 10 minutes, the winning pitcher is Drew Lienhoutz. He's 1-0 on the postseason. The losing pitcher is Anthony Del Preti. He's 0-1 on the postseason. The save goes to Manny Del Carmen. It's his 4th of the postseason. The final totals for the Lexington Blue Sox: 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 9 left. And for the Alibrandis, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 10 left. Our players of the game, let's give it to Ryan Berardino, 1 for 2 with the game-winning 2-run home run, the third, and 2 runs scored. And Drew Leanhout's 4 innings, allowing 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits, and 1 earned run while retiring the last 7 he faced to keep the Blue Sox in front. And the Blue Sox take a 2-0 series lead, and it will be a potential clincher tomorrow night, weather permitting. There are thunderstorms in the forecast, but they held off on Monday, so hopefully for these teams it'll hold off tomorrow. Sam, your thoughts on the game?
Well, just another tough competitive game between probably the 2 best teams in the league. Little things were the difference in the game. 1 big swing by Berardino kind of changed the momentum. Seemed like Alibrandis was ready to take control of the game, and with 1 swing, it kind of changed. And I'm glad that you mentioned Drew Leanhout's their 7 consecutive batters to end his appearance. Was really struggling the first 2 innings, finding the strike zone, which usually is kind of unlike him. But to work and to bear down and get the last 7 and get to your bullpen with a lead is hugely important considering the arms that Lexington has. Tomorrow night's, weather permitting, I don't expect some of the Alibrandis to really give much. I think they're probably going to go with Chris Costa, and I know he is going to be ready to go, and be interesting to see who Lexington sends out there. You got the veteran and Mac Harris. You got a couple of other options.
Junior Pena.
Junior Pena is an option, but I'm looking forward to it. I don't think this series is over by any means.
Going to be here tomorrow night?
We shall see.
All right. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Production, serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. LSP's next broadcast tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. when the Blue Sox take on the Alibrandis in Game 3 of the Intercity League Championship Series. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 6 and the Alibrandis 2. The Blue Sox take a 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 Intercity League Championship Series. For Sam Finn, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.